plays games with Steve
and Angel.
At Tresbine.
Use Tresbine.
I was.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Is that the Joey Wheeler thing?
Yeah. Use non-binary. That's cool.
That's cool.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Ha! No problem. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godo, that's my... Oh, no.
Oh, Mr. Godo, that's my job.
Your job is to slam the little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it.
Yes, sir.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know, since you's paying.
First of all, that's none of your fucking jobs. Godo, you're the one who called him in. You fucking pay. Actually, don't, because I'm about to convict him.
But I don't have any money.
Then why the fuck you order a witness?
You beat me too. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
No.
No.
I'm going to save you a little bit of time. Well, first of all, let's save.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to press anything here.
Okay. Are they all bad?
No.
Okay. I was supposed to meet with that kid. I thought it said mid kid. The kid was mid.
That mid kid.
When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. The play wasn't hot already. It was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. The guy was laid out. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw. Yeah, you can't see it from there. I'm supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. That guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Laid out over the table? I mean, figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and they went straight back to my office. Written by my phony. The wheel guard is all smashed up. What does it say? I went straight into my office. Doo-doo, doo-doo. The front door is like right there. Yeah. Died of potassium cyanide. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Hold on. I figured. Wait, hold on. Place wasn't hot already. It was gonna be, so I split. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. I was supposed to meet that afternoon. That's a really general statement. I don't know if they meant like right at 12 noon.
No, afternoon doesn't mean right at noon.
Okay. Tribune matches. A $1 million payment was due last year. Sandwich, or no, the lunchbox. Why did I say sandwich? Oh, I think I read stomach as sandwich for some reason. Most thrilling 10 minutes of your life, Monday at 1:30. Computer virus, potentially worth millions of dollars. Found at tender lender. Made of cardboard. The meet with the Tigre. Got from this blah blah blah. Deadly poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found on his apron. Worn by Maggie. Found during a body search of Maggie. The coffee.
Contain 2 bananas.
No. A photo of the scene taken from the restaurant. He's laid over the table. I was supposed to meet with that kid. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. But they said no one else came out after him. Present. Da-da-da. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I thought we knew. Died of potassium with 130 and 230.
Bananas.
Sorry, it's a lot of just thinking a lot. That's a loan contract. I don't think it has any kind of time. The scooter. I didn't want to jump that far. Job listings. From December 5th says I trounced and client was guilty. Oh, okay. Led by the victim, doodles in the victim's handwriting. MC Bomber. Bomb. Not special. I don't think that matters right now. Okay. Floor plans, crime photo. Ooh, this is tough. Okay, most of his testimony is just about the guy was laid out over the concrete, like being a witness. The place wasn't hot already. It was gonna be, so I split. The place wasn't hot already. It was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. You heard the cop sirens? It took them a while to get the cops, though, if he came that late. The guy was laid out over concrete. When I opened the door, I was supposed to meet with a kid in the restaurant in the afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. That's right. I figured if this place wasn't already, I was gonna so split. Ah, shoot. I heard the cop siren on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. This is all about whether or not he actually went there at that time, but I'm not really sure. You said I don't have to press anything.
Correct.
But I nothing's really clicking, so Professor, can I have it, please?
Okay, you've made an assumption, so I was like, there's no way you're gonna... So you have to... which statement do you think is most likely one that is, like, suspicious?
That's suspicious?
Sure.
Laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. The place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. It was... the most suspicious?
Sure. Like, which statement do you think we need to present on?
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant in the afternoon. I think that's correct. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. I mean, this is the one that I think is a lie. Like, he was there to witness it. So when I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene.
Because what is Tigre saying he did? He opened the door,
Mm-hmm.
and then what?
I opened the door and I saw something. I saw, like, the dead body.
You saw the dead body.
It was laid out over the
Keep going.
table, stiff as a concrete. And I figured if it wasn't hot already, it was gonna be like it like the.
So according to him, what did he do? He came in, he saw the body, and he immediately left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But obviously he's lying.
Yeah.
So which statement could be something where this is not right?
The place wasn't hot already. It wasn't gonna be, so I split. Which of these that I would have to press against, or
Present against, yeah.
yeah, present it. I heard those cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. Guys laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Well, supposedly, as it happened, he, like, as soon as Jean got rid of the witness, he grabbed the body and hid them in the kitchen. So he shouldn't have seen anything. I think.
Well, okay. Furio is saying, I saw the guy laid out over the table. If he just walked, just opened the door and, you know, just was there for a second and left, is that possible? If, according to what he said he did here, he just said, I opened the door, I saw the guy, I left. In fact, just go right. This is the statement we need to present against, because
Really?
Yes, because he's like, yeah, I walked in, I saw the guy, I left, right? But there's something not right about that.
That he just saw the guy and then left. This guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. There's something not right about it.
Right, imagine, okay, you're Furio Tigre, you open the door to this restaurant, and he says, yeah, I opened the door, I see the guy, I left. Look through your evidence, there's something that would show that that doesn't make sense.
Oh. Potentially worth millions of dollars. It was found at Tenderlander. No, because he got this from him. So I think that's it. This is, and I have to present it against this?
Does that make sense with this statement?
This statement? Not really.
No, not that.
Okay. But it is this statement that I have
It's this
to...
statement, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Glenn's calendar. On December 3rd, the day, meet with a tiger. I mean, he was supposed to meet him. I don't know. It's weird for me to try to make, like, assumptions, like socializing things, like, because I don't know the kind of person he would be. Like, if he's an asshole, I don't know if he would make any kind of, like,
assumptions
pleasantries like that. It's like, oh, let me check in on them or whatever.
Right. Then don't worry about those.
Okay.
There's kind of something that's pretty concrete of like, well, your whole story doesn't make sense.
Is it just because of the partitions he wouldn't have been able to see him?
Well, if I open that door,
Yeah.
And would I be able to see Glenn Elg from where I was standing?
Oh, because he was right behind.
'Cause
Okay.
He said like, I opened the door, I saw the guy, I left.
Okay.
Right?
See,
Yeah.
I was thinking about the literal. Okay. I think it's also kind of misleading because when the way that it's shot when we're investigating, I always think like the door's right behind us because the first thing we see is like the counter. But I'm not thinking about like the floor plan.
That's why this layout is here.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess it's this.
Objection! You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. I'm a bit of a lie detecting pro myself. That's a shout out to a friend of the show, Willem Dafoe. Wish you could have been here. You know, we
Yeah.
held out as long as we could, but you're just too busy.
Yeah, I know. Next time.
Yeah. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight.
What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning?
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance. You said you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre? From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. if the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why, that's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here.
Oh, he's sweating.
So, from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Objection! Wrong. Wrong-o. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday?
Wrong.
Wrong-o. The victim was alone at his table.
Objection! But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
Is it moot or mute?
Moot.
Moot. Oh.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
Charade.
No.
Sorry, I got a little French.
Charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered...
on me, Mr. Right.
Ew, don't spray it. You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. It was... yeah, it was him.
Perfect crime. I looked up my own fingerprints.
I mean, he's an impersonator, so I'm kind of guessing it's kind of might be him, maybe, perhaps.
It's Miss Basil, you know. I don't think we've had any other character more important to this case.
Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of the criminal to the court. Cause yeah, he's not
You know,
there.
it's
Lisa Basil.
It's Lisa Basil.
Lisa Basil. He swears he didn't do it. No. I kind of think it was him.
Take that. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness.
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the Tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The Tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Tell them. Mr. Wright.
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Don't leave me hanging.
Ha! Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Kodo.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no.
No.
The serving girl brought him a Javachino. Well, she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes. It was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Objection! Very impressive, Mr. Godo. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Ha! Found your pen at last, right?
It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. No witness.
Rude.
Lisa Basil. Who else could it be?
I mean, it's not.
Basil.
It's not Elizabeth.
Who is this woman?
Ignore her. It was me. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You'd better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had kind of a cackling laugh.
I can't imagine Minnie's voice in a not panicked or worried state.
Oh, Becky.
I'm also thinking of a Family Guy bit.
Do I have to?
You want to be a star, don't you?
Oh.
All right, we're done.
I'm done too.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, was you!
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry.
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You's got it all wrapped up nice, alright. But you's missed out one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned them, you see?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Ha! What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Oh, he's just a little scamp.
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road.
Order drive-through.
One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I'll give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day? Put that tongue in your mouth. What happened that day? Oh, he's blepping. What happened that day at the Tribulations between yourself and the victim?
Yeah, I loaned out cash, about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. The kid hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000! You got lucky, you know. Real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you's got the vig to take into what? You've got the vig to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
Vig. I don't know what that means. Financial people in chat, help. in comments.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
Vig is a slang term for the interest paid.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Somebody did the research and the localizers. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one. But what is it?
Am I also gonna get boo-boos if I press everything?
Why don't you press the one that seems the most promising?
But
Okay.
why don't you press it tomorrow?
You'll have a whole day to think about it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No excuses.
Angel?
You're not patient, O'Reilly.
No, I'm Meanie O'Flanagan. The wizard sent me.
Oh, God.